Conservative Washington Post columnist Jennifer Rubin says that Donald Trump is essentially, in her words, doing Joe Biden's dirty work for him, which is, according to Rubin, to bring down the entire Republican Party. Because Rubin, who is a never Trump Republican, and I believe she said she's voting for Biden, I think she has, she sees Trump, as many of the other never Trumpers do, as the only problem in the world with the Republican Party. Like, if it wasn't for him, Republican Party would be running full steam ahead, doing totally super great, because problems didn't exist within the Republican philosophy or within the Republican Party until that rascally old Donald Trump came along. She actually said, quote, Trump has turned his campaign into a party-killing landslide defeat is likely what his campaign is doing to the Republican Party as we head into November. Party-killing landslide defeat. I hope she's right, to be honest with you. I really and truly do. But here's the problem. And I just said this, but it needs to be said again. And I've been saying this, as many others have, for several years now. Stop acting like Trump is the problem. Trump is the result of ignoring the problems. You know, if you have a tumor and you're like, wow, look at this tumor, oh my God. And then 2 years later, after ignoring the tumor, you suddenly have other symptoms. You don't point to those symptoms and be like, oh no, no, you ignored the tumor. You let it grow and grow and grow. And yeah, it started pressing on nerves. It started causing other problems in the body. But that's only because you did nothing about the initial problems. Trump is the result of ignoring the early symptoms, the early warning signs of your party. You know, you should have known when John McCain tapped Sarah Palin that things weren't all good. You know, that maybe there's something wrong with this party a little bit. Maybe we ought to get it checked out. Maybe just take it into the shop real quick to make sure that squealing in our brakes isn't gonna, become a big problem later down the road. But they didn't. And now they've got Trump. And these never Trumpers, whether it's the Lincoln Project or Jennifer Rubin or any of these other, Michael Steele, former RNC chair, it's not Trump. It's you. It's all of you. It's everything you all have pushed for decades now. The only thing you and your party know how to do is cut taxes. The only thing you and your party want to do is cut taxes and regulations and pack the courts. That's it. Like, if you could just do those three things forever, you'd be happy. Problem is, even though Trump's done all three of those things for you, which you love, by the way, he's also very abrasive. And he's turning off the moderate folks. I mean, that's what the poll numbers right now are showing. And when you turn off the moderate people, especially in a year like this where there's more Republican Senate seats up than there are Democrats, then yeah, you're likely to lose a lot of power. And that's what they're concerned about. That's what Jennifer Rubin is afraid of. She may go and cast her vote for Joe Biden this one time, but she's going to be voting Republican the rest of that ticket. Same thing with George Conway. Same thing with Michael Steele. They're going to be voting Republican after the presidential section on that ballot. And then in elections after this, they're going to be voting Republican on every single person. After November 3rd, those never Trump Republicans are going to go back to just being Republicans. They're not going to be our friends. They're not going to acknowledge that Trump was just a symptom of a broader problem with their party. They're going to go back to pretending, oh, all is well. We have bad policies. We have no new ideas. We can obstruct. We can do this. But we'll never actually address the reason why people truly don't trust us. Because in our mind, those problems don't exist and they all went away when Trump did.